That's the world, the energy of the divine collective. What up, collective? Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising, collective. I ask for spirit to give me clear and precise messages about these karmic family members, family of thieves, connected to this criminal organization of theft and forgery. Please and thank you. Give me the key pairs involved, spirit, please and thank you. Yeah. Look at that. Jealous ex-friends in the reverse. Jealous ex-friends in the reverse. So, collective. Jealous ex-friends in the reverse. Do you know what that tells me? These are people that have clearly realized the error of their ways. However it fits for you. Let's just say I get a sense of not regret for what they've done, just the regret of the fact of they're getting karma and they've been caught. You know what ex-friends you've had that you probably no longer around. That much is definite. You know what family members are involved. The same family members that have been smearing your name for God knows how long. The same relatives that are known homewreckers. Yeah. They don't just like sloppy seconds. They like to put spark on your partnerships. They like to seduce your relationships. Some of them fell for it, some of them didn't. Oh, looky here. Yeah, they're big on that. They love a bit of life insurance fraud. But some of you, that's what they've done to you. They use an X, Aries, Aquarius, Capricorn. One or two of them's DL. Let's just say they didn't bank on your protection. Clearly not. Let's just say they made sure you was out of your home. This individual probably made up some false statement to say like, oh, let me borrow your garden equipment so I can be paid to do someone else's garden. Let's just say this was the garden of the Piscean third party. Although there was multiple men and women, by the way. Yeah, some of you have a karmic half brother also that's involved in this. I heard it's because you were the golden child. They all know you were the golden child. They just didn't want to accept it for whatever reason. Funny thing is, collective, when you think about it, your relatives that have passed over came to an early demise, meaning it was forced upon them. Clearly, we know that what they like to do is, let me get that person out of here. Laters. What they like to do is they will make you sick. You see, everything we take, everything we consume, depending on what it is, only things from the earth. They don't really have any power over it, but things like medication, anything that makes your vibrations lower, yeah. It's just easy access for these people. This is why they love to keep people in a low frequency. Which is why for a lot of you, you went through heinous abuse as a child, molestation, physical abuse, mental abuse. You had family members that was, I have to say it like it is, molesting you in the astral realm. Yeah. So you could basically say that your adult figure, because there was never parents. Your adult figures was basically trafficking you as a child. So they was basically pimping out your energy because they all benefited from it. It was like a big family secret. So those that was involved and those that was paid for their silence, none of them were fighting. Yeah. The community's finding out because of clearly what they have to do. They have to go into your community and spread these malicious lies, false information. Everything they said about you was everything they were. If they said you was a prostitute, I'm sorry, collective, that was your parents. And some of your siblings too. Even cousins. That's how they gained the material items that they now run around in and show off and brag and boast. Isn't that hilarious? But everybody was aware of mine. Do you understand? Nobody really cares about their deep regret. All we care about is they get judgment, and the ones they sacrificed can be laid to rest. The spirit can now rest. Your karmic family, yeah. Because some of you had neighbors that was attacking you. You had neighbors that was targeting you, filing false reports. Some of you even was physically assaulted by neighbors. They was watching your comings and goings. Someone gained access to your property and tried to tamper with your food or beverages. Some of you have jealous ex-friends that made it a point to sleep with your exes. Now these are the same friends that how can I say, misled you in your younger years. They've always been jealous, you just didn't realize it. But you're realizing now that your first encounters, the same person that was laid up with you whilst it was going on, yeah, they finished the job. So this was the person that was masquerading as you, or masquerading in your essence, because they shared the same, how can I say, or they had intimacy with the same male anatomy as you. Funny how these people are now sick and under investigation, definitely. So the false reports, false documents, those of you that have had accusations that you're mental or you've got schizophrenia, if they actually check, is actually your relatives that is a registered schizophrenic and is on medication, not you. Yeah, we all know they've hacked your social media accounts. They're just angry that you figured out what he was up to. The fact that they paid exes, some of you even your kid's father, to smear your name also, and to not so much betray you, but to just cut you off and have like no contact with you, no communication. They was paid. You see these people? You're not homeless. Yeah, they involve the community, your neighbors. Some of you have neighbors that actually engage in some type of ritual. Some of you know that these people have been, how can I say, they've been consistently on a daily basis filing false reports, misinformation. Some of you notice, you're going to know this, that it doesn't matter what area you go to, the same neighbor keeps popping up. That's not a coincidence. Yeah? That's called stalking and following you. Yet that when they see you, they act like they don't see you. But it's really funny how they end up in the same area as you. Even when you change your routine, lo and behold, there they are. It makes you wonder. You're tracking our location through the cell towers clearly. So clearly someone in a position of authority has to be passing down this information. So think about it. This makes sense as to why when you file reports about crimes committed against you, they do nothing. But yet though, any one of these individuals can make false reports on you, including your neighbors, and someone comes out to actually accuse you of these crimes, mind. Funny that, isn't it? But there's no evidence. They're mad because they try to make you be seen as fake and phony, which they are fake and phony. So you've got siblings out of here that are jealous of your gifts. Yeah, you got family members, probably an ex too, and even friends. I won't put it past it, collective, that have put it is fraudulent because they never got your consent and it's done without your knowledge. So that is a crime. Yeah, some of them use a karmic child as well to also bear false witness. So for them to pay these people in positions of authority, yeah, you got to see it from this perspective, collective. They're all part of or connected to the same organization. Clearly, yeah. Some of you, the main orchestrator of all of this is a karmic stepfather. If any of you've lost any family members, yeah, it's due to these people. For some of you, sadly, you was married to these individuals. They never loved you. They just wanted to gain access to your spiritual wealth. Do you understand? Or they want to attach their self to your spiritual inheritance. And it's funny how that, considering the false accusations that they're spreading, if that was to be the case, just saying, where's the wealth? So if you're a prostitute, if you're selling drugs, if you're committing crime, if you're scamming people, collective, where is the evidence? Yet though these people are having a whale of a time. Make it make sense. They're just mad because it's your time to shine. That's why they're really mad. That's why they're really mad. Yeah, so many people will be losing jobs and homes. Same thing I said the other day. Curse their own bloodline. They put you in isolation to make you easier to take out. That didn't work. For some of you, you just embrace isolation. For some of you, these people failed to realize you didn't grow up the same way as your siblings, i.e., whether that be in the care of the local authority, foster care, children's home. So you kind of got used to that isolate. It's literally like, how can I say? It's literally like jail. The only difference is you don't share a room. Yeah, some of you, it's a mother and a father. Some of you, it's grandparents. We also have someone out of here that tried to send you cancer. Yeah. Return to sender. Some of you, they forged your signature. Yeah, some of you have a karmic Aries X and Aquarius that is stalking you. The same one as DL. The same one that for some of you was paid to sleep with your siblings. I'm getting sibling, cousin, possibly even a brother. May even be a stepfather too. But yeah, don't be embarrassed now. You wasn't embarrassed when you was getting down and dirty. Yeah, this is why everyone involved is receiving harsh judgment. Yeah, everyone's involved. Karma's in full swing. They're not just mad that they got caught. They're also angry the fact that they've some of them will have an incurable disease. Some of them have diseases, whether that be cancer or whatever part of their body. If they did like ugly spells, some people are losing their hair, their teeth. Some of these people, their skin's gone really, really bad. Put it this way, everything they're experiencing is a backfire. That means they sent it to you. This is why they're stalking you from fake accounts. Yeah. And these are things that you can actually like hold on a minute. Research yourself. Let's see if the accuracy is there, yeah? Yeah. Collective, you are some of you are chosen star seeds, earth angels, divinely protected. Yeah, for some of you, they sure did. So remember I said to you, remember yesterday when I was on live, yeah? As you've seen, the curtain closed. But now you know you have to touch the phone for the curtain to close or open. So you saw the confirmation. Yeah, Comic family who got set up, who got set up, who got set up with an X is also infected. So one of these individuals that knew they had something kept it quiet. But some of you hacked your TikTok account. It was also trying to send individuals to sleep with you. You even got karmic friends out here that play for spell work or tried their hand at it themselves. Yeah. This is family that lied on you in court with an ex to steal life insurance left to you by a deceased parent that they actually sacrificed. It doesn't matter. You are who you say you are, and they've never been who they've been fabricating themselves to be. These are people who are totally the same thing in it. I guarantee you this will come out again. Fake social media accounts. This is what they do. Yeah, they're still trying to plot against you. They're just mad that you choose yourself. You choose isolation, so you know what you know. You don't have to broadcast everything you know. They're just pissed at the fact of you're not sharing everything you know. So because you thrive in isolation, they can't send people towards you because you're not interested. So this is like saying they preferred it when you was unhealed. They preferred it when you never had any boundaries. They preferred it when you was living out of your abandonment issues. That era, that energy of you. They hate the fact of your elevation. They've been trying so hard to stop you from elevating. Some of you have common friends that now want to apologize. It is what it is. It's up to you whether or not you choose to accept it, but let's be very clear. Set your boundaries. So basically, you can forgive them, but that does not mean reconnection or reconciliation at all. Yeah, you've got a jealous, jaded, karmic ex and their third party who try to create revenge porn on you. And really, that's who they are. So if they did this, there was no consent. So it was being secretly recorded. For some of you, they just made fake AI. So they took your picture, put it in AI, and made the AI machine make fake porn scenes of you. Yeah. So some of you got a karmic ex that had their family out here doing spa work. So some of these people pay the practitioners to do death magic. Hear the sirens. Spirit, am I accurate about these demonic relatives? These demonic family members, yes or no? Have I been accurate so far, Spirit, about these karmic demonic family members? Yes or no? Oh, that couldn't wait to swing. Spirit, have they done this to strangers in the community? Have they also sacrificed strangers in the community for a life insurance payout? Yes or no? Yeah. So this is what they do. It's like they prey on the most vulnerable of society. Do you know how low down you gotta be for that type of conduct? How low down you got to be. These are the people that I can guarantee collective, they like to play victim. They're trying to hide the fact that they're going through harsh judgment. But we know they are. Listen, no amount of makeup. I don't sense that if they were, because they can't use people's energy anymore, so they can't decipher from people. Do you understand? To make themselves look youthful or to make themselves look $1 million, so to speak. Excuse me. So I'm going to say it again. These people, well, they're not people actually. Let's just call it what it is, isn't it? These soulless demons that walk amongst us, that thought it was hidden in plain sight. They not only look like what they've been doing, a lot of them are actually, they look like their true form. Those that have the eyes to see can see. So it's collective. If you choose some of you to stay in the energy of willful ignorance, that's on you. These people are like every man for themselves. Yeah. Ooh. So what this tells me is they have no power over here. Can you hear me? Hold on, let me put up. Oh, that's better. So we got 8 of Wands in the reverse. I mean, sorry, 8 of Wands. 8 of Cups in the reverse. So these people have been trying to cast illusions. The same illusion that they tried to cast on you, they're now engulfed with it. So this is telling me that they tried to make you believe that the path you was on wasn't going to yield anything. So that's like saying they was jealous of what you've created, and if they couldn't take it, they wanted to destroy it. Do you understand? And they failed because you accomplished into that path. You accomplished working through these illusions, these negative projections. So that's like saying you can see the illusions, you can see the mask wearers. This is why they can never confront you. They will never come to your face. Do you understand? You got the universe behind you. Whereas these people that's hiding behind these little cults and covens, they're drop flies. Yeah, it's like every man for themselves. Yeah, these are people that wanted to bind your mind. They wanted you to feel stuck, restricted, but they're restricted. They're stuck in the action that they took. So whatever their effort they was doing wasn't successful. But they wanted you to feel like restricted, like nothing's moving forward, you're stagnant. By them trying to keep you stuck, yeah, it's validating the lies they've been telling. So they've said that, you can't look after yourself, you're reckless, you're this, you're that. Everything that's said about you has been proven to be who they've always been. Do you understand? Everything they said about you negatively is exactly who they've proven themselves to be. You understand? Now their ass is restricted. Whether or not they're in spiritual jail right about now, so many people are going to physical jail. There's no two ways about it. So they've been, how can I say, fighting tooth and nail for you not to get justice for the crimes committed against you, the crimes and atrocities they committed, not just against you, collective, but other relatives and multiple people in the community. Remember I said to you, if you look back on my other videos, yeah, whoever it is, I don't know. I knew of this person, but I was never actually around this person. This is someone that was in the community where I came from, basically. And it was an older guy. And I can see clearly that, of course, older people get lonely. But basically, this individual who went from, the most time I see him doing is like just having a fag hanging out of his mouth. He didn't do drugs. I didn't really see him drinking. But then all of a sudden, this man's taken sick. It was the people he was allowing in his immediate environment, in his home, lust monkeys, females, and then the females was allowing these warlocks in, and all of a sudden this man's passed. But what I'm concerned about is who benefited from this person's death. Because apparently he never had no family. He didn't really keep friends. Although people knew him, he didn't keep friends like that. So he was basically on his own. So when you think about what was done back then, that's being revealed now, just confirms what they've been doing this whole time. They find their target, they home in on that target, they do everything possible strategically to isolate this individual, and then they slowly chip away at these person bit by bit to break them down. So whether or not you've got a job or a business, everything declines. Do you understand? And then they might send in a Jezebel spirit to lure this individual. And if this individual, not saying he was because I never ever went around him, so but I always saw him. So if this individual was ever intimate with this person, that sealed their fate basically. Because then that's how they was able to siphon from this individual as well as project things into their, not just their vessel, but their immediate environment, basically puppet them. So if this person lost their mind, that was all mind control. So they was like puppeting this person. So if this person became more of a recluse, that was all designed deliberately so that no one would know what they was really up to. It's disgusting what they did. And they're gonna oh, look at that. King of Swords in the reverse. Narcissist. Yeah, that's what they did it for. They did it for money. That was the outcome. The outcome was money. Whether that be money that this person had, whether that would be their asset. Because even though this person worked, I'll be honest with you, I never saw, you get some old people that don't spend money. That's the kind of person he was. He didn't spend money. You understand? And they did it for a wish of fulfillment, material gain, and money. So they did this for new beginnings. You understand? That's a straight up warlock. I'm just going to tell it like it is. And the thing about it is, whilst they're tormenting you, It's literally like they got front row seats. They're probably selling the footage on the dark web. So all of these people in this cover might pay this person a subscription. They might pay this person to view footage of your torment. That's how vile this person is. And I pray to the creator that example gets made out of this individual. They know exactly who they are, and they know that we know who they are too. This is why all they can do is hide in the shadows. They could never approach us. All they can do is send people towards us that they believe we don't know. Do you understand? They did this for Ace of Pentacles, which is like a large sum of money. Large sums of money. So these people basically sacrifice people in their community. People they probably grew up around. People that probably assisted them and helped them growing up. All for money. Yeah, they celebrated this. These are people that walk around. For some of you, not all of these people went to church, yeah. But a lot of these people are from like a church. You know, that's a cult too. It's like a covenant. And when you give so-called tidings, it's basically like you're in agreement with whatever demonic entity that pastor is working under. That's what that is. It's all just to control people. Do you understand? I'm not sure if this person did go to a church or if he was part of a church. He could have been. Do you understand? But this was someone that was traditional. I can't ever say, like, if he had a wife and his wife passed, I never really seen him courting anybody else. If that makes any sense. So they probably had to work to get this individual to lower their guards. And you know, the best way they would have done that, clearly, in it, would have been to send in a Jezebel feminine. Clearly, 7 of Wands in the reverse. They made sure they weakened this individual so they wasn't able to defend themselves, or they weakened their defenses, clearly. So if they was intimate with this individual, yeah, that's how they would just frig you up left and right. They enjoyed it. So for some of these people, they was probably being watched on some type of screen. That's what I can see. So they wanted someone to have like no choices, or they did this so that they could gain more options in life. Do you understand? Or open more doors to them. Very covert, and they celebrated this. So whilst this person may have been getting buried and people, I guarantee these people was there. And they're acting like, oh, we're just celebrating the life of this individual. No, they were celebrating what they knew was coming to them. Because they know what they stole. They know what they was up to. They know what they was doing. So this has been going on for, I'm going to guess, 50 years plus, or more than that. So it's either they target specific individuals for a reason. But these are people that are not traditional at all. Which is why I say that these people that are part of any kind of church would be easy victims, innit? Because you already kind of come into agreement with whatever covenant that religion or that church is under. Yeah, look at that. Work together. You put in hard work for this. To take from others. So they like to cause you stress, or maybe even if you drove, pay parking inspectors to put tickets on your car. Things like that. 9 of Pentacles, that's money. So if you enter with this individual, this is how they was gaining and taking your resources through your energetic signature. So they were stealing your energy. To accumulate wealth and money. And they worked hard for this, don't get it twisted. You put in the work. It's literally like they felt entitled, like they had a right to do these things and they don't. Yeah, now justice is here. And these people know how long they've been doing this collective. Where your relatives are involved in this, who knows? I'm not sure if if you have grandparents, Page of Wands in a reverse. Ooh. Yeah, Queen of Wands in a reverse. This is someone that is evil. This is a witch, you may as well say. This is someone that's never got anything nice to say. And you got to remember, words are spells, in it. So if you're always, this is someone with a very vulgar mouth. It's like they got nothing nice to say about anybody. This is probably someone that's nasty to their own children. You understand? Always swearing at them, tearing them down. This person probably had children deliberately so that they could use them for their energy. Second from their own children. That's a common occurrence with these people. Page of Wands. So someone's received some bad news. So maybe they're waiting on some good news from what they're trying to attempt to do to people like myself. We still here, boo-boo. And you still under judgment. Yeah, they ain't getting no good news. Not at all. Maybe the good news that Dave was waiting. I'll tell you exactly what the good news was. For some of these people, this is why some of you are guided to, like, you know, sometimes where you just kind of like have a little few days break, maybe even a week, and then you pop back out. Yeah, these people are mad. Because when they don't see you posting as consistently, sure they think, yes, the death magic worked. So they're waiting to get that call to say, oh, this individual has been found deceased. Live. We are alive and kicking. That's why they're mad. So those that took a dirty deal, it is what it is. You can't complain now. You made that choice. People like to act as though they never had choices, but you did. Do you understand? So you got to stand on the choices you made. There's no spilling the buck. None. These people seem to think if they let a bit of time go past, they can make a re-entrance. I think that's hilarious. So clearly these are the tactics that they've always used. Seven of Pentacles. Yes, so many people, they want to be rewarded for someone else's, what someone else worked for, but they worked for demonically, meaning spell work, attacks, projection, all that kind of bullshit. They expected to yield some type of result, stability, holidays, some type of status, some type of level up. So, notice the ones that are upgraded the minute someone dies. Think about it. Where did it come from? These are questions that nobody never really asked, do they? Or I can see it as what's destined for people like myself. What was there from past relatives? These people have been stealing. So, yeah, Ace of Cups is on the bottom. These are people, like I said, that do it for some type of upgrade in their life, but then want to fabricate a story onto how they obtained it. Ooh, Page of Cups in the reverse. Again, confirmation. Yeah, they're getting pure bad news. So someone's pissed. This whole group is. Because it took for individuals like myself to not just expose them, but pull the rug from underneath their feet. These are people that like to judge a book by its cover. So they will sit and gossip about an individual, smear your name behind your back, make people second guess you or side eye you. Wasn't it Ace of Cups from the bottom? Yeah, they're anxious about their judgment. Ooh, they're heartbroken about the fact that they're heartbroken. They could not project their burdens onto you. So this is how they was able to evade karma for shit they've been doing for a long time. They was finding individuals that may have been like down on their luck, maybe going through some type of misfortune. Maybe these are individuals that caused this to whoever they intended to take the brunt of what they did so that they could have a new beginning. Disgusting. Well, guess what? Your burdens are yours. You're just heartbroken at the fact that you can't push your burdens onto no one else because judgment's been called. And if any of you got any sense collective, stay away from these people. It's like, no, they don't know. Yeah. So these are people that like to, how can I say, break your self-esteem, break you down, diminish whatever you do, diminish who you are, make you feel like you're not worthy, make you out to be the problem, and clearly these people are the problem. Mm-hmm. They're mad because you're still getting your Ace of Cups, backed by the universe. You're of the world, not in the world. These are people that are in the world, meaning they don't see nothing else outside their self. Now, if some of these people knew, or maybe they just didn't want to do the work, that's probably what it is. They just didn't want to do the work to gain that higher level of consciousness in order to be able to, how can I say, attract whatever they wanted. These people that took the cheat way, they took the cheat code. And they're mad because now they're being exposed. You want people like myself silenced. Hence why for a lot of you have been getting shadow banned, you might have had your lives restricted. They even done things like whilst you're on your live, funny enough, you've never seen me touch the screen at all, and all of a sudden the life just ends. Make it make sense. And these are people that found it, listen, they found it hilarious, but they expected you to respond negatively and lose your shit. But you didn't because you already peeped game on what it was. These are people that what they want from others, they don't give themselves. Make it make sense. So, like for instance, they like people to explain themselves or beg them, but yet though they ain't willing to do the same. Make it make sense. Yeah, their burdens is theirs. End of. They're mad because whatever heartbreak you was that you endured, betrayal, you healed. So many people now want to like jump ships. Too late. I'm not just seeing some people doing like or begging the creator like, please give me a chance to do the right things. Too late. Too late shall be your cry. They're mad that you have the I just heard someone say, what? Someone just said this person has the gall to not stay down. Or their little tactics didn't work. Yeah, you need beginnings here. Page of Pentacles. This is good news. So they've been caught, put it that way. Whatever they stole, whatever they forged, I'm guessing either someone snitched or they had a rat in their camp. Somebody was undercover, unbeknownst to these people. Yeah, this is what they're fighting about. So maybe someone in your group. So whoever this person is that got the inside scoop, I'm gathering that I don't want to be hearing other people's mouth outside. I'm gathering that they must have been undercover for a long time because these people are very paranoid. It's literally like whatever they have to do to be initiated into this crime family, this criminal organization, is what I want to say. Whatever it is they had to do, they did what they had to do in order for these people to trust them. Whoever you are, you've just been gathering intel. Whether you've been engaging in everything or avoiding certain things. So these people are fighting now because they're probably realizing to themselves, the only way this could have come about is if it came from the inside. Do you understand? But for some of you, they know you know. Ooh, this is so good. Some water with, I won't say what's in it because it's nobody's business. Yeah. Something traditional, something ancestral. So they're in conflict. You only say what goes around comes around, that springs to mind. So what I'm getting is, these people in reverse want to be seen upright. So it could be this King of Swords in reverse that knows he's a narcissist, knows he's a warlock, a gigolo, knows he's DL, knows he's with anything with a pulse. Probably even animals. I won't put it past it. Children too. Aries, Aquarius, and Taurus. Cancer. This is how they want to be viewed. Well, this is the illusion that they was portraying. But now they don't have, or whatever energy they had of the High Priestess, they don't have anymore. This is why I always tell people to call back your energy. So we know they're stalking us. That's all they can do. It's the ones on the bottom. They're just going to continue to stalk you and watch you in your new venture, knowing they will never be privy to it, or never be a part of it. There is no seat. They don't get a seat at your table. Yeah, these people are being laid to rest. Ooh. Now I'm getting two things here. Page 1 doing the regress, yeah. Whatever this bad news is causing some type of major conflict. This could be the copycat, this could be a relative, even an ex-friend that wanted to be seen in your likeness or seen where you are. They want to be in the spotlight. They just didn't want to do the work it took to get there. But let's be clear, they had front row seats to everything you endured. What they're not going to tell you is so many people played a part in these betrayals against you. And that's what they're worried about you finding out. So this is why for some of you, you're going to see these people coming upon your account with no picture, but their name. It's like, what's the word? It's like they want to test the waters. It's like, because you've given them nothing, they need to know for their ego how you feel about them. I'll tell you. How we feel about these nefarious skin suits. Let's just say non-existent. You literally don't exist. Do you understand? Don't exist. Hence why you have to stalk us from fake accounts. You're just worried about because you know for some of you have been given the position of keeper of secrets. So the same way how they try to feel this way, they try to slander you with shit they do. Do you understand me? So they know you know the truth about them. You just haven't said anything. And that's what they can't take. Because they're expecting some type of reaction or some type of confrontation. Because that's what they're used to. They're used to that old version of you that would go back and forth. Do you understand me? So they was deliberately triggering you, sorry, to basically steal your energy from you until you realized. So what they're doing now is trying to provoke you. They're trying to irritate you or make it seem as though they have control of how your life goes forward. And who has control? You don't have zero control. Do you understand? We're in our own driving seat. You need to be focusing on the karma you got to work through and then diseases that you've conjured up within yourself. That's what you need to focus on. So whatever fake documents you fabricated, the lies you spread in the community, saying that, oh, the collective gave us this STD, but yet though you look sick, not us, make it make sense. And that can be proven so easy. So easy. And you know it too. And the thing about it, these people was also setting their life deliberately. Look at that. Oh, the collective's fake. They're not intuitive. They don't have any gifts. Who doesn't? Why are you so worried about us? Make it make sense. I'm seeing it as you're just worried purely because your death spells didn't work. Some of you even tried, what is it called? Suicide magic or suicide rituals. So all those times when you was going through whatever stresses and trials and tribulations you was going through, what you're not realizing is these people was listening the whole time through your devices. So if you ever had a conversation, say for instance this hypothetically, and you might have said to someone, yeah, I don't want to be here no more, or I was planning something crazy. They've heard this. And just by them hearing that is what they would do negative projections and push that into your existence, yeah? To force that thought into your mind even more to make you believe that is you thinking this. Like, oh, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm better off dead type thing. No, boo-boo. No, boo-boo. So now they've got to go through the same shit they've been injecting onto you. Return to sender. Return to sender. Karmic, she should have known. But you can never test this. We are the chosen ones. Hey! So you know that only the real ones out here are the ones getting attacked. These little fake ones on these accounts, they're the ones casting illusions on you people and you don't realize it. But you will wake up soon. Hopefully not too late. Hopefully not too late. They couldn't lay you to rest. It was never going to happen. I don't know if the creator gave them the illusion like at some point it was looking that way. It's like you got played by your own illusions. Do you understand? So the same way you're trying to put illusions on other people to get people to turn against people or join your bullshit, yeah? The same entities and demons that you was conjuring up and making pacts with did the exact same thing to you. So why are you mad? Make it make sense. How can you be angry? You're getting exactly what you asked for, just not in the way that you expected. And that's what happens. You chose wrong. And there's so much in your pride and your ego. I know I heard you say you're going to take, that was the plan, take this shit to your grave. But it's evident. Because once you see the pattern of these people's behavior, Do you understand? Especially those that would turn up at certain funerals. Especially the ones is like their ego was so inflated, yeah, they had to come to the podium and speak some words. That's like the second stage of whatever siphoning rituals they was doing. What's it called? Soul swapping. Because basically, even though you're a vessel, you're just energy in it. So they want to transfer. Once you pass, that's just their way of passing, transferring their dirty soul into that vessel. Do you understand me? And taking your essence, basically. Yeah. They did this to like be seen as like at the top of the wheel. And it probably was for a minute. Not anymore. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. So you know the Queen and the King of Swords. That's a very karmic, demonic couple. Say it like it is. A bunch of narcissists. So basically you met your match. Six of Swords, you're stuck. You ain't got no four. You ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. Queen of Swords. Evil. These is a bunch of career criminals, pathological liars, because that's what they do. That's what swords is, air in it. It's like word of mouth. So this is the kind of people that would go around spreading malicious lies and gossip and slander about others. And the reason why they're sounding so convincing, I'm going to say it again, is because they're just describing their own characteristics and their own attributes, just attaching somebody else's name to it. So they're backing up the lie. Do you understand me? And then anybody else, they would, these are the kind of people that would say, oh, if you don't believe me, ask so-and-so. Do you understand me? Not realizing they're all part of the same clique. That's how these people work. Not anymore. Your ass is grass. Not anymore. Ace one's in the reverse. There ain't no new adventure. It's in the reverse, and this also could mean a pregnancy or a birth. Listen, if that birth goes full term, that's a karmic child. That child's going to give you hell on earth. So you was hoping to try and steal the energy of high vibrational spiritual beings so that you could give birth to starseed children. How? If your vessel is demonic. How? The only thing you're going to get is a karmic child or a child with deformities. I'll tell it like it is. Or better yet, that's if it goes for a term, God forbid. If it happens, you put it on yourself, you can't blame nobody but yourself, especially if you're out there doing spell work when you're pregnant. You deserve everything you get. And that's exactly what I'm seeing there. The Hierophant and the magician. That could be people in the church that do spell work and also pay for spell work. So these are very ritualistic individuals. And they're fighting over the fact of the divine collective is still balanced. So this could be someone that may have had some type of money, or maybe this is someone that was involved in this also, but they may have been getting like a higher percentage maybe. Or maybe they was just there for distributing out the money. So whatever you were stealing from other people, misappropriating funds that didn't belong to you, and dispersing it amongst your group. Disgusting. But you're paying for it though. Guaranteed. You're just hoping by coming from my divine collective, some of you, I heard you say, blatantly, you hit the jackpot. Yeah, your relationships, oh. That's not a loving relationship. So that's like saying, it's like I said, in it, so many people got married just for the image. These ain't faithful people. So whatever story you've been spreading, the collective persevered. That's what you don't like. The fact that we're level-headed, level-minded. We can speak clearly.
I'll just test something on free cash. It's low effort.
We know what we've done.
Legit. No stress. That will be $97.
And then like you ain't delusional, excuse me, spiritual work. That's why you're really mad. We're telling it like it is. So these are the kind of people that they steal in every shape or form. I've even seen people that steal people's creations, claim it as their own, steal people's ideas, pretend to collaborate with others, just to steal whatever it is that they need. And then they got the whole group to back them. They know what they're gaining out of it. And whatever they gain, everybody gets a cut. Disgusting. Disgusting. And now your ass is stuck. You're bound to the actions you took. Yeah. So, the same delays you cause others, you're now stuck in. Ooh. Thank you. There's no forward movement. So basically, you have to accept these betrayals. So that's like saying, "Oh, are you turning on each other?" Oh, so I get it now. So instead of taking accountability for what you've done, you're trying to blame other people. Or saying that, "Oh, someone's made me do it," or "Someone's put spell work on me. That's why I was easily manipulated." No, don't believe that. They was willing participants. I guarantee you, some of these people was actually coming up with ideas or suggestions on how to attack you. Do you understand? Or how to come at you. But the top of the list is the same people you may even have shared a bed with growing up. However long you spent in the house. They want to keep you. Imagine that. You want to keep the collective broke, yet though you're living off of what belongs to us because you stole it. Saying once I was blinded, but now I see. You just didn't want people to see. You didn't want the collective to see all this debauchery. Let me see. Let's get some confirmation. Spirit. Am I accurate so far? Let's see. How's the accuracy, Spirit? Yes or no? Am I accurate on what I've just laid out there for the collective? Yes or no? Am I accurate on what I've just laid out for the collective? Yes or no? Can I get an ashe? Can I get an ashe? Yeah. There's nothing high vibration about these people. All they can do is impersonate. But you can only impersonate for so long. So not only so you're having to deal with the same betrayals, delays, and poverty that you've been perpetrating on collective at this point. It could be up to like a football team worth of people. Literally. Wow. So clearly, you're being forced to sit with this because you ain't going nowhere. I guarantee you the universe is making sure of that shit. Guaranteed, because it's in the upright. The universe ain't allowing that shit. The forces of nature ain't allowing that shit. You shed too much blood. And so the ancestors are on demon time. Ancestors say, collectively need to stay on these people's necks. Now you're worried. So many people. Was that a card in the other way around? So many people. Yeah, look at that. This is what we're doing. This is how we gain our abundance. Yeah. So this tells me, yeah, a star in the reverse is someone that's fake, that's out here sharing fake knowledge, basically to keep people trapped. You don't do that. But yet, though, I can imagine, because money's out, so that tells me they got you bamboozled to it's literally like you're paying this person for your own demise. Literally. You know you are. Because as I said that, a bunch of you jumped off. So you know you are. Them fake accounts ain't faking no more, are they? It's in the upright, so if you did something rash, you probably did over this last moon cycle, it didn't work, it backfired. One last ditch attempt to take down the divine collective. So if you're in my comments talking nonsense, then more for you. You see me? I ain't got time for stupidness or stupid people. So you got these little trolls that like to jump into your comment section and just talk nonsense, utter nonsense. It's literally just a tactic to distract you or make you lose your flow. You understand? It's pathetic. They just keep doing the same tactics, expecting to get the same results. And they get zero. That's why they're mad. So these little stars, that's these demonic individuals that probably bought most of their subscribers. Do you understand me? What's that? I heard someone said something about where you can where like say you're in a live and then all of a sudden you got like I don't know 50,000 people. They ain't real people. What's the word for? There's a word for that. I seen someone's video where they were saying that someone else was caught doing that on some type of live just to make their self look like they had more stats than what they actually had. It's like they're paying people to come into the comment section pretending to be actual, true, real subscribers, and it's not. That's just bogus. So whatever lies you've told this last time to cause some type of change, it backfired. The change went in our favor. Yeah, change went in our favor. But what I will say is, whatever demonic entity that you conjured up for power gave you the illusion that, oh, this will work. Like, this is what you do, this, that, and the third.
Did you know that
It might have looked like that for a minute, but that's the illusions that you was casting on others, which is now upon you. So it's literally like you got caught in your own illusions. So you got no one else to blame but yourself. Nobody else to blame but yourself. Any questions, collective? Not much to say, have you? No. What are these people losing, Spirit? Who's who? What are they losing? Making sure all the right cards are in this, yeah. What are these people destined to lose, Spirit? You're definitely going to lose the assets you stole. So continue to research and Google up what charges you can have placed on you for the crimes you've been committing. You understand? Regardless if you delete it or not, it can still be found. All those corrupt officers that you was paying to turn a blind eye to the crimes you was perpetrating on the collective. Yeah. Okay, Divine. What was he trying to steal from the Divine Collective? Keys and things. What was he stealing? What was her angle of attack as well would be good. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Double Capricorn, double Aquarius, and double Pisces. These are the zodiac signs. What was he stealing? Or what was he attacking? So they was using the moon to hide but attack you. They were using the moon to hide and attack you. So they was attacking your 6th house planet. They didn't want you to live well. They didn't want you to be healthy. They didn't want you to master any kind of skill. They wanted you burnt out, done quickly, and it was applying pressure. They didn't want you to prioritize finding any type of work or even volunteering or even anything that's going to build you up. They didn't want you balanced. They were trying to ensure you had a miserable life. In fact, they didn't want you to have any life. They was attacking your throat chakras that you wasn't able to communicate clearly or even find your words. They probably wanted you to be seen unhinged. They know you have an eye for detail. They don't want you to have any kind of routine. They don't want you looking after your body. They didn't want you looking after your home. They just wanted you a mess like them. They didn't want you working out. They didn't want you to have healthy habits. They didn't want you to find constructive ways of relieving stress. It's like they wanted you indecisive. Clear as day. Clear as day. How the plot thickens. Exactly. Your 1st house planet didn't want you to have any boundaries. Look, confirmation. Again, confirmation. 1st and 6th house, confirmation. And your, excuse me, and your 9th house. So they didn't want you to have any type of growth. They didn't want you to travel. They didn't want you to explore the world. They didn't want you to explore life in general. For some of you, if you experienced some type of trauma in your childhood, which gave you a fear of heights, it was done deliberately. It's like you won't want to get on the plane, or you refuse to get on the plane because of that. They don't want you to overcome some type of fear of heights. Do you understand me? Disgusting. They wanted you closed-minded. They didn't want you to be adventurous. They wanted you to be attracted to dysfunction and toxicity. It's literally like this is why they're trying to turn your truth into lies and their lies into truth. Do you understand? Disgusting. Dash in your 9th house. Yeah, they attacked your Jupiter, your growth and your opportunities. They attacked your 4th house planets. So that's like they came for your children. If you had any animals, if you had like regular visitors, or if you visited people regularly, they want to put a stop to that. This is why they deliberately gave you a bad childhood. They abused your childhood. They stole your childhood. They didn't want to be able to grow and be responsible, or even be a provider or a caretaker. So they technically want to destroy every aspect of your life, collective. They wanted you not paying your bills, so they wanted you evicted. They're trying to make you homeless. So that's like saying they wanted you to overindulge, spend money on the wrong things, not be able to save, not have any discipline. All the things that they do not possess, they wanted for you. And because you still have these qualities, yeah, they mad. Yeah, they wanted you fighting with your family because they didn't want you to have any compassion. They didn't want people to have compassion for you. But yet, though, they knew that's what made you thrive. It's something that you was doing for the greater good of your family because, of course, collective, if you had an abusive, molestive, toxic childhood like the most of us did have, why would you want that for yours? Make it make sense. So these family members and these people in the community that you grew up around, yeah. Look at that. Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Expose more of these people that's involved in the spirit, please and thank you. Oh. Export Pisces, see it there? This one came out in a reverse. Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So they didn't want you to have any luck. They didn't want you to have anything like, say for instance, you know who your characteristics are. So they didn't want your energy to be reciprocated. This is why they tried to tarnish and distort who you truly are. They didn't want people to see you in your true form. But people already know who you are. Exactly. Shine bright like a diamond. Well, that doesn't need to be in there, sorry. Again, confirmation. Libra, your Neptune zodiac, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. These are all the people. I asked for the people that are involved. Literally. And that's who's coming up. So if you know anybody with these signs, yeah, they attack your 7th house and your 12th house. This is why they wanted you isolated, because they didn't want you to communicate with people, because they know your energy signature. So they know exactly who you are. This is why these people have been siphoning from you and trying to destroy you since you was a child. So some of you have been through some horrendous things that you should never have had to go through at that young age. So technically, your childhood, I would say up until like the majority, the worst parts was probably from 0 to 20, I'm being honest with you. That was stolen from you. Heinous. Heinous. They didn't want you in any kind of loving relationship. This is why they tried to sabotage or put off anybody that was interested in you. That was all done deliberately. They know you're empathetic, so they wanted you to be seen as cold and nasty and bitchy. This is why they always kept trying to project onto you. This is why they kept trying to trigger you. But yet they're filming your response to make it look as though you're the problem, when it's always been these people. And people see this now. People are awake to it. And this is why you probably have trust issues. And I don't blame you, collective. I don't blame you. Yeah, they want to stop your drive, your memento. You see, whatever the creator instills in you, the fact that he restored, or not saying the damage that was done, what I'm saying is, for what you've been through, some of you shouldn't be looking the way you're looking. And the fact that a lot of us choose to speak in our own authenticity, meaning like we prefer to just be natural the best way we can. But these people have to use magic or use makeup. Because makeup is sorcery as well. You do know that, don't you? Makeup is an illusion. No one actually thinks to check what's in the actual makeup. And I'll tell you how you know, collective, because some of you probably had this experience too, where you have some people that will use a certain product and it's fine. But then you try it and that shit burns your skin. Make it make sense. That's how you know. It was never meant for you. We have people out there trying to make you feel that in order for you to be acceptable or you to be deemed as beautiful, you had to put cement pack on your face. And that was never the case. So they wanted you to be insecure about your own looks, your own natural beauty, your natural radiant aura that clearly these people could see, and it was blinding them. That's why they was big, man. That's why they came at you the way they did. I'm going to tell it like it is. Confirmation. Look at that again. Confirmation again. Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. And on the bottom, we've got Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Tell me more about these corrupt family members. Oh, so that one's in reverse. So that tells me, I don't know why I'm getting this. You know what Leo is in it is a line. So basically, they couldn't destroy your strength. They couldn't break your strength. Because it's in the reverse. Your 7th house is in your reverse. But I'm kind of more getting your relationship with the divine. Do you understand? They couldn't break that. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Yeah, these people are self-indulgent. They want you to be seen as dependent. They don't want to be seen as independent. They wanted you to be seen as like erratic, like indecisive, or always having a problem, always changing their mind, never being able to stick to something. They didn't want you to be diplomatic. They wanted you like argumentative, always going against the grain, or always causing type of strife. They want you to be seen as aggressive, but really you prefer peace, which you've displayed that. Yeah, these people that will strategize in every aspect of your life. The Libra, the Scorpio, and the Sagittarius. Yeah. It's going to keep coming up. Yeah, they try to put your light out. They want to be seen in your identity and your life purpose. Collective. They want to be seen in your identity and your life purpose. And for some of you, some of these people might have been believing the hype or believing this BS. Do you understand? Yeah, look at that. The 3rd house. Communication. This is about developing your ideas and your style. This is why they were trying to attack you mentally, so that you wouldn't have the space, the resilience, even the time to discuss any ideas, or even bring it into fruition, or even communicate anything. Why? Because of their covert attacks. So this is like a whole shindig of people. Spirit, are these the relatives? These zodiac signs I've just pulled, are they the relatives? Yes or no? Are these the relatives of the divine collective spirit? Yes or no? Are these zodiac signs I've just pulled the relatives of the divine collective and exes? Yes or no? I think that's a yes. So, they really believe that their plan would work. Did they ever stand a chance of taking out the collective spirit? Yes or no? Were they ever going to be successful in taking out the collective? Yes or no? That's a no. And our survey says, Everybody remembers that program from back in the day, but yeah. Let me see. I want to know. We already know what they was attacking, innit? Spirit. Oh, damn. And also, think about the people that you asked certain things to. Now you know that they was just, well, they was told to lie to you. Deliberately. Ain't that funny? Yeah. Some of you, that's what I'm saying. I just saw homicide, yeah. So that tells me these people were committing homicides for life insurance and making it look as though the death was natural, and it never was. It never was. So they're trapped in whatever they forged, whatever they signed. You understand? What were the crimes against those collective? What were these crimes against the collective? Yeah, told you. So for some of you, if you was left things in from like past of a relative, these people was going to court to steal this shit from you, and they did it for greed. So it's one thing, like say for instance, you got siblings, yeah, and one of your parents passes, they had life insurance, so you're all entitled to a share of that policy. No, they don't want you to have any. This is why they used exes and people in the community to steal this from you. So I'm going to say it like it is. The same relatives that you know have these mental illnesses and these disabilities and are alcoholics and are known prostitutes, they all gathered together to stick to the same fabricated narrative that that's you. And look at you now. Yeah, for some of you, they was having affairs with each other. Yeah, they was. So I'm even seeing people's blackmailing each other. They was. Yeah. These are people that stayed in the energy of their ego, which made them a devil. So they was on demon time. Period. These are the people that was causing you man-made disasters. It was deliberate. So anything that happened in your life, just randomly out the blue, it wasn't a coincidence. It was deliberate. It was done to keep it at a low frequency. So you would just give up. So these people deliberately sabotaging every aspect of your life for years. Not just to you collected, they've done this to many people. This is why I have to say it like this, because there's people that they're still around that may be still under some type of illusion. But if you've had any of these misfortunes happen to you in your life, just know it's the same people you called a friend, the same people you called relative, the same people you may have called a spouse of some type, the same people you may have called bestie. Yeah, that when you're going for anything, they're nowhere to be seen. These are the kind of people that only want you around when they're going through something. So basically, they was going through their own karmic judgments. They want you to come around so that you could assist them, like I said, and they could trick you into taking on their burdens. That's what they've been doing. Someone may be hiding in a wooden area, or someone may have buried something in a wooded area. Why is that upside down? Yeah, these people that can't run away. Run away's in a reverse. So they can't run from this. They can't run from this. Oh, damn. They can't run from this. I told you. Same thing I said. So if there was people out there that it was presented like, oh, they took their own life. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. These are people that tried to deconstruct your life, dismember your life bit by bit. And they enjoyed every bit of it. Yeah. These people that was accomplices and partners in crime. But to the outside world, they would act as though they don't know each other, yeah. These are people that are actual devils. Actual devils. What other crimes are they committing and what are they hiding, spirit? What does my collective need to know? Yeah, they wanted you deserted. Or they wanted you left high and dry. Exactly. They tried to put you in debt with what they were stealing, but now they're in debt. The majority of what they stole, I can guarantee you, most of that's gone on spell work, fancy living, paying other people. Do you understand me? Paying people to watch, tell lies, paying people in the court system, maybe to hide information or to not send the right documents to your address. So if someone was, how can I say, intercepting something that you should have been given. So they were deliberately making you miss certain court dates. Do you understand? To keep their plan going. Now you're Fuck double D. Okay? Yeah. This could be a couple or multiple couples. Again, older. Yes, these are people that are like grandparents. Or they could be grandparents. Or this could mean that it was done to a grandparent that was being abused and neglected. So if these people made out that they were some type of carer, they wasn't. They was deliberately abusing and neglecting the elderly. When it was a grandparent, but for them it might have been their parent. Yeah, it was done deliberately. Confirmation. Evil. Yeah, this is the secret. They wanted this kept a secret. This was the family secret. This is the family secret. This was the family secret. So they like to do things to court to make it look as if it was a natural disaster, or they're caught up in some type of natural. I'm getting like a natural disaster of like karmic retribution. Tower energy. I get a lot of tower energy. These people are probably going through back-to-back towers. Literally. Crime of passion in reverse. So that tells me they can't use an excuse that, oh, this was a crime of passion. So that's like saying they may have lied and said, oh, they did this to me, so this is how I responded. No, we didn't do shit to you other than survive. Exactly. These people that try to bury you. Or try to bury the secret of what they did or what they've been doing. Or bury the secret of who they are. Or bury this family secret. Or bury you to keep this family secret hidden. Female in reverse. So this could be someone that is a transmission. I'm gonna just tell it like it is. Yeah. That stole some type of gift. Whether that be a physical gift or a spiritual gift. Oh, clean up in the reverse. Oh shit, you can't clean this up. Told you. So maybe someone became complacent. They missed something, they overlooked something, or they felt to discard of some type of evidence. Now they can't clean it up. It's too late to clean it up. Yeah. This could be about what was being done to you as a child, or what they were stealing from you that was left to you from you as a child, or the fact that they've been attacking you since you was a child. Yeah, these are people that could have been doing things in wooded area. Or it could mean that something's hidden in some type of mountains, or maybe you want to be like high up and out the way. Or maybe these are kind of people that were trying to hide up in some type of mountain to make themselves look like they have no part of it. That's not going to work. Because you can't run, clearly. There's no running from this. Yeah? And we're not going to be silent. You can't silence us. Maybe these people want to run away to some type of hideout that they had planned. But it's in the reverse. Yeah. So they cannot run from wherever it is they've been trying to cover up. Oh, shoot. Yeah, bury you on the reverse, so they couldn't bury you. Maybe people was using some type of tunneling system to avoid being seen on public road. Because we all know that most of these public roads collective are cameraed up. Do you understand? But they couldn't, obviously buries in reverse, so it's either they couldn't bury you or somebody's death's being investigated. And maybe someone's being dug up that was already buried, or maybe they hid something with someone's coffin, or slipped some type of evidence in it to make sure it was buried. I'm also getting, look at that, organized. Yeah, you've been caught, you're exposed. Because that's in the reverse, you're exposed. Yeah, these fake caregivers that can't heal, that involve the whole neighborhood. Look at that fake to death. Or they hid some type of fake death. Which means they could have hid the real, what really happened in certain people's deaths from your bloodline. But what I'm getting with this is, these people in these cults, they'll be the only people that would have access to like some type of tunnel system to get from A to B. Maybe even a sewer system that they travel through to avoid being seen by these cameras on these public roads. Do you understand? Or maybe they use some type of tunneling system to hide some type of child, or even to hide children, because these people do all sorts. So they could be involved in child trafficking. Literally. Yeah, this neighborhood's not gonna heal. So these people in this organized criminal gangs, these are people that may be portraying themselves as like caregivers, or they hold certain positions. So they were using that as a smokescreen, as a facade. Do you understand? For who they truly are. And they use either they use the whole neighborhood, or this is a whole neighborhood of individuals that are all part of the same system that use magic to mind control people, or use spell work to mind control people. Gift. So either they didn't see you as a gift, or they didn't want you to receive a gift. Why is fire here? Oh. So maybe this demonic couple that didn't want you to be seen as a gift. Or maybe they were trying to burn your gifts. Like when I say burn your gift, the same way how they would say, "Oh, we burn witches at the stake." So that's like saying they're trying to demonize your God-given gifts, which is what the divine creator gave to you. And I'm also seeing you had relatives that have their gifts too, that they pass on to you. That these people are mad about. Whoever this couple is, this old ass couple. Some of you is more than one couple. But they kind of use this as like a smokescreen. So if they're in some type of marriage, it's not a marriage of love. Do you understand? It's a business contract. It's an image that you want to present so that the people don't look at them. Do you understand? I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. Look at that. Spousal partners. So that's what the other partners. There's no real husband and wife. That's just the image that they want society to believe. Look at that. So maybe they go to motels or hotels to commit fraud or to facilitate some type of fraud. Yeah, these people can't, there's no sailing away from this. No sailing away from this. Sail away, sail away, sail away. Sail away, sail away. That's he joking. Yeah, these are people that what I like to do is party. So they probably party, take loads of drugs, get drunk, or they commit their fraud, get the money, and that's what they use the money for. These are people that are heavily in the energy of their ego, arrogant, everything they said about the collective. Yeah, that tried to imprison you. So that's like saying the crime they've committed, maybe using your information, trying to get people to dress like you, even trying to plant evidence to get you imprisoned. Yeah. Now they're imprisoned in their mind. Yeah, they targeted your home. They thought if they could destroy or deconstruct your home, yeah, it would be plain sailing for these people. Absolutely not. Yeah. Absolutely not, collective. Told you, look at that. Cover up. Again, either something they did or something they attempted to do, they're trying to cover it up. Or they're trying to cover up the crime they did to people before you. And that cancelling could have what they tried to do to you too. Yeah. So for some of you, it was some type of, poisoning with drugs, spiritual burp. It was some type of poisoning. Wild individuals yeah. They tried to have you assassinated. So there's assassination plans failed. See, if they paid some type of assassin to come and take you out, the job couldn't be done. Because number one, you're protected. Number two, you've got boundaries. Number three, you protect yourself. Do you understand me? So that means that you won't just go anywhere. So if you have people trying to invite you places, or fake wanting to date you and saying, oh, we should go out for a drink, get to know each other, go out for a drink or something to eat. Nah. Some of them even try to entice you to go on holiday. Yeah. You wanna come back. Oh. Notice how we got male. And then we've got you had is it female in the reverse? So am I taking that means this is someone that's masquerading as a female but is born a man? Yeah, possibly. You know, collective. This is people that see you as an alien or try to alienate you or alienate your gifts. Yeah, you're getting justice for this though. They thought what they was doing was justice. No, it wasn't. Because the lies you told are not matching up. And some of you was put in a car accident. Somebody you may have shared a home with was involved in putting you in a car accident. That car wreck was meant to either maim you or take you out. That was whatever death magic or sacrificial ritual that was done. So collective, you know if he was in a car accident. That was planned, premeditated. And I say this because Make it make sense. One of you was seriously injured, but the other one came out with a scratch. Not even a scratch. Not even a scratch. I was saying this could happen in 2022. No, 2021. End of 2021 to beginning of 2022. Because they know you have celebrity energy. Or this is what your energy is destined for, is celebrity status that they didn't want you to have. Now they're chopping up trees out there. These are people that have no love for you. They pretended to. Yeah, they pretended really, really well. You could say these are like Oscar-winning performers in reverse. So this is why they want to split the block. They're trying to set you up. Check this out. They're trying to set you up, yeah, to be seen as an accomplice or a partner in crime. Because they know they're caught. So that's like they're trying to frame you for shit they did. It's in the reverse. The right people, no. Yeah. So for some of you, this could be a life insurance policy that was either stolen from you from your dead relative, or this is a life insurance policy that was placed on your head without your consent, without your knowledge, that you had no idea about. You're about to find out. So that's just the fire alarm checks. Ooh, so this could be spousal partner in reverse. So this gives me like an ex that either can't travel, or if they had a plan to try and travel back to you to reconcile, you can go straight to hell. Because that would have been the setup. Thinking that you don't know what they've been doing behind your back with your dirty family. You understand? And your home wrecking siblings. Yeah. They're seeing you now. This is how they're viewing you now. Like you're someone from outer space. They would be in it, because think about it. Everything that they've done to you, they've done it to others. And it's always worked out for them. But you was the straw that broke this camel's back. Meaning this demonic coven and these fake church members. Literally. These people that they act like they love people, or I'm gonna say this again, I've said this before. These are people that love to speak God this and God that, but nobody asks them. Because I would ask, hey, what God are you talking about? God the creator, or the God of this realm? But nobody thinks like that. Why? That's who they love. Look at that. So they couldn't drug or they did drug and poison you. That didn't work. So they hired somebody to take you out so they can cash in on this money. Or this is what they did to other people in your family or related to you. Possibly people even in the neighborhood for life insurance money. So this is what it's really about. This is what they do. Clear as day. You see? This is what these people are. They are serial killers. Yeah. How can you want to get revenge on us? Why? Because we're exposing crimes you committed. Do you understand me? False documents you doctored up. People's information or people's identities that you stole. Do you understand? People's mail that you forwarded. No, I think not. I think not. Yeah. This is the real reason why they did it. Jealousy. That doesn't surprise me. These are people with issues of deep-seated jealousy. Yeah. That are all now meeting up to discuss how they ain't got a pot to piss in or window to throw it out of. Or maybe the fact that they are floating up shit's creek with zero paddles. I think it's great. This is why the universe is backing us. So all those people's souls that you try to trap. You understand me? Their spirit is thanking us. So this could be someone that you may have dated, or this could be someone currently coming in to try and date you. And do you know what? I'll be honest, I'm not really getting that. It's even though it's in the upright, it means nothing. Do you understand? Like they say in it, higher levels, bigger devils. They could come and present in this way, but again, if they're already paid, they already know how to play the part and cloak and hide. You catch my drift, collective? Are you catching what I'm putting down? You saw the words coming out of my mouth? Absolutely. Let me see, because just a minute ago, every time I need to check, because last time I got up, there was still cards behind me. So there was cards missing. Let us know what these people are thinking now. What is their thought process? Just wondering. Some people are contemplating what's coming for them. Never mind. These are people that probably want to portray now that, oh, we love you unconditionally. No, you don't. The only thing you love unconditionally is your ego. Like I said, these are people that wanted to continue abusing you, and it's like they're trying to force you to accept or normalize abuse and toxicity. But what they're realizing is they did you a favor. Okay, they walked clear into their judgment, eyes wide open. No, you didn't make a mistake. You know exactly what you was doing, point blank periods. So if you were trying to come out and say, no, it's a big mistake, I'm trying to gaslight you, you know what it is. But I'm saying I don't think they will. Out of embarrassment and pride. Oh. I don't know who trying to say this, that they love you. Nah. Because what they displayed and how they conducted themselves collective, that's not love. That is clearly jealousy, ego, and envy. Personified, by the way. So this could be someone I want to say, oh, it's time for me to heal now, or I'm going to heal, or I've done some healing. Yeah. It's going to take a lot more than a few hours, a few weeks, a few months. Because some of you have gone through a few years of healing. There's a big difference. Healing is not just a walk in the park or walk around the block. That shit takes time. Time, consistency, and dedication. And only things people are dedicated to is deceiving people. So don't even entertain them. Again, when people's in their own ego, I left when I saw you with someone. Who? It's literally like what I'm getting is like a projection. If that makes any sense. So if you was out there cheating and you were seen with a particular individual, it's a reverse psychology in it. That's what they will try and say to you to gaslight you. You know the truth. If this is someone who now wants to say, I want to tell you how I feel or why I did what I did, nobody's interested. Keep that. Keep that. There is no honor among thieves. So again, these are people that knew the kind of person you are, knew the integrity that you have, and they also knew that they was a false ass person. There was just the scum of the earth for the streets. There was absolutely like gutter trash. But they want to display themselves as someone that's upstanding. Absolutely not. This is probably why they wouldn't let you to get close to him, because they knew exactly who he was. So they thought, oh, the best way I can do that is tear this person down so they will accept all the dirty, nasty, disgusting things about me. No one's interested in what they have to say. So I see it is, when you get some people that act as though or try and hide who they truly are. But your instincts tell you. These are people that like the sewage life. Again, it says are older people. So these are people that have always done this. So how can you keep doing these things and expect people to believe, oh, I've changed or I need to heal? But yet though, you go right back and do the same shit again. You ain't fooling nobody. Definitely not my divine collective. Definitely not on my watch. Because I'll always call that out. Period. They want to convince you I'm becoming a better person. Stop lying. While they're going through legal issues, collective, we're moving on with life. Some of you have a lot of admirers. Good for you. Some of you have been getting some very nice comments. I'm not sure how you're responding to it though, but I do see like things are changing for you for the better. It's up to you how you choose to receive it. Yeah. These are individuals or exes, because that's got to be male in it, that are trying to like pick you up against the third party. Excuse me, why would you fight for trash? Why would we fight for breadcrumbs? We ain't doing that. Do you understand? It's just like we're basically displaying a prime example of standards, whereas you people are just impersonating what you've seen others do. So clearly, you're not wrapped too tight. If you're older as well, collective, what have they really learned? Just again, maturity does not come with age with these people. It's literally like the older they get, is like they recluse back into like adolescence and baby stages. Make it make sense. So what really are you learning? What knowledge are you gaining from that? What insight are you getting from that? below zero. All you're really getting from that is, I'll tell you straight, yeah? It's how not to be. Yeah, dirty offer was in a refund, so that tells me they're mad because you didn't take or accept their dirty offer, or you saw through their dirty offers. And that was also a plan to trap you or set you up for something. These are people that can't wrap their mind around how you know. It's not everything you saw that you spoke on. Let me just say that. Not everything you saw you spoke on. Yeah, these are people that now have a bad reputation, but they wanted you to have a bad reputation. Whilst you're hustling, they're the ones with the arrow in the back, but they try to make you have a bad reputation by projecting everything that they are, everything they've done onto you. So I kind of get like maybe they even stole your identity and was doing things using your information. But it still leads back to you, the bozos. Yeah, these same people. And this is why you made these dumbass mistakes. Your mind ain't thinking straight. There's no logic in that brain cell. It's all filled up with whatever drugs or poison that you've been pumping in there. Exactly. Same thing I said. The two C's. Cyberbully and copycat. The same people I've just literally blocked off of my channel. Do you understand? Yeah, there's a wolf in sheep's clothing out is trying to get some type of inside scoop. Yeah, also an obsessive lover. That likes to pretend to be into people just so that they can work their little charm, work their little warlockian charm, do sex magic on you, love spells, all that bullshit to steal from you. So these are people with demonic energy, basically. Gutter rat, low vibrational demonic energy. Wolf in sheep's clothing, fake ass people. Again, look how my man's got a magnifying glass. It's just giving me clear sign of a stalker. And it's funny because these are the same people that will discard you, but yet they'll tell a whole community their version. But not telling them how abusive, how nasty, how violent, how what a pathological liar they was. How they like to deflect and project. Everything they was doing, they would accuse you of. Literally. They pretend to have pure intentions. So this is somebody or somebody's that this is what they do. This is their profession. And love or brain, that was in reverse. So that tells me this is how it's like they love bomb and gaslight people. Yeah, and once you let them in, or once they discard you, they then slander you and try to cock block you. But that's failed. You want to worry about cock blocking that DR love you got whilst you're married. So how can you be speaking on anybody? Just mad that the scarcity tactics ain't working. Nobody cares. It's literally like these are people that made this like their job description. So they pretend to have some type of profession, and their profession is a professional liar. Look at that. A liar, gigolo. Yeah, see, people may be trying to reach out to you from fake accounts. And you're going to know because the type of shit they're asking is dumb. Yeah, you're just ignoring their scarcity tactics. Sometimes you're not even answering some of these messages. It's like they're trying to do anything they can to demonically attach to your energy. So if you answer a random question from someone from a fake account, it's probably them. And depending on how you answer, they're going to try and utilize that demonically against you as if you gave them consent. Make it make sense. So already you're violating spiritual law on every level. And now it's time to pay. Because no one ever gave you consent. If that was the case, why are you coming at us from fake accounts? You can't show your real face because you know the reception you're going to get. Straight F you. Why would you want someone that's done all these nasty, heinous things to us, as well as abuse us, essay us, lie on us, do spell work on us, and then try to infect us with STDs that they caught from their third parties? Make it make sense. Yeah, this is what they are. Groupies. They're probably engaging in group sex. That's what they do. Once they get a high vibration person's energy, these people in these cults, they will all have like a big orgy. Do you understand me? To spread that energy around so that they can all like monetize or utilize your energy for their benefit. And they really think that's gonna fly? I don't think so. And the more information that's coming out, yeah, these are people that are played out, and they know it too. Yeah, they can hold grudges. Who cares? Your grudges are misdirected. So everything you've fabricated, everything you've formulated, whether it be fake documents, AI, all that kind of shit, all that has a price to pay. So nobody owes you a conversation. We don't owe you nothing. As far as my collective concerned, you don't exist. And that goes for people that have the same surname too. We don't care. These people probably could have been involved in trying to call child services on you. Or these people, if they have children of a certain age, yeah, you're about to lose them. Some of these people know that the person that they've taken on is probably troubling their children. And just to keep that person in their life, they're going to turn a blind eye. You deserve to be under the jail at this point. There's no way you should be troubling other people's kids. Why do they want to trouble kids? And I'll tell you why. Kids that are innocent, yeah, have the highest potency of pure energy. So when they scare kids into some type of trauma, whatever, you know what I mean, whatever secretions comes out in that fear, that's what turns these people on. Now tell me if that's not sick in the head. Yeah. They've been trying to threaten and bully you. Psh, bully who? Yeah. They just mad because you are true queen rising and they're stuck with the carbon copycat that don't match up at all. They're bound to that karmic Jezebel. Bound. Whether that's female born or female presenting but male born. For some of you, it's both. And you're about to find out if you haven't already. And they've both been stalking you. The he, she, and that vile feminine. Because they're bankrupt. And that could be physically bankrupt or energetically bankrupt. Or both. These are people that are mad now because they can't fake flex, or they was fake flexing. They want to fake flex over people's money. Shit they stole from other people. Whatever they scammed, stolen people's identity to steal their shit. Yeah. Your time has come. And there's no sympathy over here. So when you're trying to send people that you both may know to like come and ask the collective questions, don't bother. Don't bother. You're trying to play your little compadres like, oh, go on their account and just see what they're doing or ask them. So like you're trying to pay other people to store car accounts because you don't want to do it yourself because you're being watched. But we're stalking you, right? Don't think so. No. You never believe that, more fool you. That's your bed you got to lie in. And the collective is still shining bright. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. That's why you're really mad. It's like you're looking at the healing we've done and the growth. This is a version of the collective that you can only see from behind the screen. You will never have the privilege to be near enough to be in our company. So continue getting your asses kicked when you're trying to astral project like weirdos. Or pay other people to astral project. You're still going to get a beat, and if that's what you want, it is what it is. So when you're out there trying to falsify consent, nah. That ain't going to fly no more. Or demon the collective was crazy. Yeah. To me, the perfect example of crazy is everything that you've been doing that I've just laid out. I know who you've been doing it with. I know who you truly are. Some of you are deep in the closet, and that's on you. Nobody cares. But what I'm trying to say is either or either. These are the people that like to have their cake and eat it. So this is why they will go and wife up the third party, because they're also low vibrational and have low self-esteem. As long as you keep this image going, I don't care how many transgenders you sleep with or how many third parties you have. Just as long as we keep up this fake facade of this married loving couple, when really behind closed doors, you're demonic, you're thieves, you scam people, you harm people, and you harm children, including your own. So some of these people may be planning their own demise because they know the kind of times, the kind of prison sentence they're about to be getting. And it is what it is. So if any of you in the collective resonate with this, please like and share. Because I'm quite sure if you was ever, I don't know, acquainted with these individuals, let's just say that, just know that you was just a pawn. And if you ever incurred any kind of misfortune, now you know at whose hands it was. This is why they want people silent. They don't want people to connect the dots, that the common denominator is these individuals. Especially when that is literally like your spiritual ranking, in it, like the call of judgment. Whereas these people wouldn't tell you the truth if their life depended on it. They will still try and find a way to try and manipulate you or deflect and blame it onto someone else to avoid accountability. But if they do take any kind of accountability, it will never be for the full extent of what they've done. So let these people stay in the mess that they created. It's got nothing to do with the collective. We've done released ourselves with that, but they want us to believe that, oh, we're still trapped up in their BS. How? The last time I looked, I look radiant. I look radiant and I feel radiant. And absolutely blessed. Blessed beyond measure. So, whatever they're experiencing, collective has nothing to do with us. That's a them problem. That is a them problem. So, yeah, I think I was a bit, very, accurate. Give or take. For everybody's going to be slightly different, do you know what I mean? But overall, the agenda is the same. So, actually, I could leave you guys with some, if you want, I could leave you with some initials. Should I do that? Shall I leave you with some initials? What do you reckon? Shall I leave my divine collective with some initials? Spirit. That's what I mean. You try and put too many cards or decks on one little small ass chair. Spirit. The divine collective wants some initials on these individuals involved. Please and thank you. Can I get some initials on these individuals involved? Clarification and confirmation, as I said. Can I get some initials on these people involved? Please and thank you. Or the key players. Can I get some initials on these key players? Oh. This confirmation again. About the same people from your past that betrayed you for money. Your money collective. Let's be real. Ooh. Yeah, the box from your energy. Paid any money could to stalk and harass you, sorry. Return of death magic. Right, let's see about these initially. Murder for life insurance payout. Yeah, that's the family secret exposed. We got the name. Ooh. Yeah, all illusions have been destroyed. Third parties are jealous. Imagine that. The same people you cheated with that you thought was better are also jealous too. Yeah, you got some warlocks and witches out there that are secret STDs. A karmic aunt who sacrificed their own mother. Pinky, we got the initials JSAMLDRDCMLDSDDLRIVACMAE again, I. And we got two names. Yeah, we got two names. Tell me some more, spirit. Let me get some more initials, spirit. Please and thank you. Can I get some more initials? Yeah, falsified note or document. Some they pay for you to be sabotaged. They're chopping down trees out there, that's all. Yeah, there's gonna be some. You got people that are trying to copy everything you do. You got either an actual father, a father figure, or a stepfather. Taurus energy. She was actually a Mason. Yeah, there will be lawsuits against a lot of people in your hometown. These are people that are copying everything you do. Notice I said copying everything you do. Yet they're trying to say that, oh, she's copying. They're copying me. How? Make it make sense. Yeah, these people that lied under oath, now you're exposed. You lied for some money. So would it be this father figure, or maybe it could be a brother, uncle, cousin that communicated or contacted these individuals? So obviously they knew it, because if they was your eldest carer, of course they're gonna get the information first because they are the carer. So they might say to the person, "Oh well, we've got this information to say that a court date will be coming to so and so's address, so make sure you intercept it. We'll pay you to intercept it," and that's exactly what they did. Yeah, the recent former ritual backfired. The hacking of your social media accounts has not gone unseen. If they're marked, they cannot infiltrate your spiritual protection. These are people that are covert, malignant narcissists, exposed and going to jail. What more can I say? What more can I say, collective? What more can I say? So yeah, that's it in the song. And you notice as well, like whilst you're doing certain readings, you'll notice that that's when they most try and project shit. It's like they're trying their best to, what's the word? Have you be deemed like not credible? When in actual fact, they've been proven not to be credible. You catch that one? They've been proven not to be credible. And they try to call us fake. Ain't nothing fake on us, boo boo. Can't say the same about you. This is just my clove water. Clove water. Actually tastes nice. Kind of reminds me of hospitals that once you mix clove with water, it's got that kind of like, well, I don't know, whatever cleaning product they use in hospitals.